Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. Today is September 11, 2014, and today is Thursday. So looking at the markets today, starting off with the economic calendar, just two noteworthy points at 2:30 South African time. You have the USD initial jobless claims coming out, and then at 9 o'clock South African time, you have the ECB President, European Central Bank President Mario Draghi speaking. Normally he rattles the market, so it might be if you're around and you're able to trade during that time, it might be worthwhile to keep an eye on what's going on. Looking at the Euro USD here, we're seeing some consolidation at these levels at 1.29-ish level. So we're at the bottom of the range here after going all the way up to 139, almost touching 140, okay, about 3-4 months ago. I wouldn't say that this is a bottom. It might be a short-term bottom. Okay, this is normally a bullish sentiment where we have a hammer-like candlestick looking here, and that might signal a reversal. I'm not sure that it is, so I would really consider within the next 3-4 days to see how this develops. But all in all, this thing has been very weak this year, so it has consolidated tremendously. The US dollar across the board has been very, very strong. Looking at the GBP USD, a big bounce, okay, and we see that it's still bouncing, which might be the leader of the currencies versus the dollar that shows some sort of bounce. So between the two, I'd keep an eye. Okay, these are the leading indicators, obviously. Some of the lagging indicators, maybe the USD Swiss franc, as you see here, making all-time highs almost for almost a year, I believe. Yeah. Yes. So we're at levels necessarily that the dollar hasn't been in a long time across the board in a very short period of time. So this does make the dollar much more expensive versus other currencies, and as such, it will affect their exports at companies like Apple, companies like Boeing, etc. Looking at the gold briefly, gold is dipping below this 1250 level, which we said it was still a negative downward sentiment in it, as you can see here. It still has a support level at 140, so I wouldn't celebrate it yet that it's a clear short. But like I said, you have to really keep perspective on this. Okay, it's been trading between 1200 to about 1350. Okay, this was on the high end, 1390 earlier in the year. But by and large, okay, it's been trading in these ranges. Okay, these are the smaller ranges, and this is the higher ranges. So, it's still range trading. Excuse me. It's still, it's not really trending in such a way that you can, pick a spot and say, okay, this is definitely going to continue, and I could just hold the position. There are multiple opportunities, as you can see here. We're consolidating close to this, support level right here. I would say the support level goes to 1240. So you've got a lot of support level at 1240. And that might be a place to really pick it up. You might want to ease into the position now so that you could take advantage of it. Looking at the Dow Jones, we're bouncing off 17,000. That's what happened yesterday. We dipped below 17,000, 1690, 1678, 16,978, and now we're at 17,068. Let's see if this maintains it. Okay, because it could be making lower highs, double tops here, and breaking apart maybe further on. The fall is usually, like I said before in my previous market reviews, the fall is usually a very bearish month for the markets. So we may see some selling off going into, I would say, November, and then November we would see some sort of buying into the end of the year. Looking at the USD ZAR, this thing is really, it's trading, it's back, broke up higher, retracing, and now we're somewhat of a consolidation between this 1092, 1011, 11 points. I would still keep an eye on this to see if it's going to have a breakout. to take advantage of this breakout on the other end. But you see this clearly on a multiple time frame chart, where once we broke this level, we really took it out and really popped. This is multiple resistance levels, as you can see here, and as such, it makes a breakout like this so much more validated and so much more aggressive. So these are the type of things you should look for when you're looking to buy a breakout, okay? Because normally you would short here because it's coming to resistance, but once you see that it's got some serious volume, it's got a big bar that it actually, and it closed up, it closed higher, then you could get more aggressive into a breakout and flip your shorts into longs and really take advantage of it. Looking at crude oil, we're at 91, so we're at the bottom of the range here. Okay, 8-hour chart, daily chart, we're almost at the really low of the year. So keep an eye on this. Maybe it'll break down further, and if it does, it has some support level at 87. It's been weak, and normally there are hurricane season, and it hasn't really affected this year. So the price of oil may still go down to 86, 87. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thanks.